So how do you escape the rat race if you got none of this, no money? Well, I'll tell you how you escape the rat race. You become the person that deserves to make the money. It's not the person that just demands the money, says, this is money, I got it. No, 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 that's not the way we do it. The way that we do it is we become a person of value who's bringing something valuable that people will pay for. People that are rich are not special in the sense that they just have, a lucky ray of sunshine all the time and you have a black cloud over your head or someone else says, no, it's not like that at all. It's because you're bringing great value that you make great money. And that's a really simple thing to understand. And when you think about it, you say to yourself, well, what is in my personality and in my skills and my temperament that can help me be a person worthy of having lots of this and lots of money? And so we want to know ourselves. So I'll get into that in a minute, but let me talk about creating value. So what you want to do is learn how to do something and then provide that product or service to people that really want to pay for it. And then making money is as easy as just rolling off a log. It's really simple when you do that. So when I was young and trying to figure this out, I thought, I'll go to law school because people pay lawyers a lot of money to do things. And why do lawyers get paid a lot? Because we know the rules. We know the way things work. We can keep you out of trouble. And maybe we can bail you out of trouble if you really get yourself in. Same thing, why do doctors get paid a lot of money? Well, if you're sick and injured, you'll pay a lot of money for someone to evaluate you and help you to get better. Matter of fact, people spend their entire fortune that they built for their lives to gain an extra year of life at the end. That's how valuable it is. So when you think about it, how can you create value? And some things can be very, very simple. Some things are middleman plays, where you're just simply providing a bridge between something that somebody wants and a person that doesn't have that. And I'll give you an example in the house world and the world of entrepreneurship. You can sell things on Amazon, where you're ordering, say, a container worth of products. The recent Trump election. You see Trump was elected, you have a container full of Trump's the best president ever material, and then you can sell that. Or if you're on the other side, you say Trump's the worst guy in the world, you sell that material. And you've brought value because you bought a container full of stuff. People want it, it's there when they want it, and you can make the difference between what you paid for the stuff versus what you sell it for. That's a very simple example, and that's done on Amazon every day. Most of the sellers in Amazon is not Amazon. It's individuals, a little business. If you're interested in that business, there are lots of people to learn it from. You can also do something in the real estate business that I've done called wholesaling. Wholesaling is where you get a property under contract at a low price, and then you sell it typically to an investor at a higher price. And the guys who often get involved with this are people who are house flippers. And I say guys because most house flippers are men, not all of them obviously. But house flippers' biggest challenge is finding an adequate supply of houses to renovate and fix up. And the reason for that is that it's hard to find a place cheap enough, because the magic formula is you need to buy it for about 30% less than its after repaired value minus your fix-up cost. So if you had kind of average house in America, it's $400,000 or so, you got to pay as a house flipper $280,000 minus your fix-up costs. Now you may say, Bob, are you nuts? Like how can that be? It costs a lot of money to buy, to hold, and to pay for ownership of a house for 6 months to 8 months it takes you to flip it. Now, why is that? You've got real estate taxes, you've got insurance, you've got the cost of the money you borrow to buy the place and fix it up. And when you're doing short-term loans like that, it's not unusual to pay 10, 12, 13% interest on money for a short term. Not unusual at all. And you may even pay points on top of that, meaning percentage of loan as a loan fee. And that gets expensive because if you have a 13% loan and you own the place for 6 months, that's going to cost you 6.5% of the money that you borrowed as the cost of that money. And you say, no, I have my own money, Bob. Well, that's great, but you got to take your money out of some place that you're getting interest on it, and that costs you money. So nothing's for free. Plus, with house flipping, you have to build a margin because every construction project I've ever been involved with has gone over budget by some amount. Either because I get into it and I'm like, you know what, I should really do replacement windows, or I should really this kitchen cabinets really are dead. I need to just take them apart, repaint them, and put them back. Things that aren't in your original budget. Always happens. Or you get the call from the contractor, oh, could you come over here? I got to show you something. That's contractor talk for bring your checkbook. So we need to account for those things. So a house flipper needs to buy 30% less than retail minus fix up. So as a wholesaler, what you do is you get it under contract cheaper than that, let's say 35% less than retail minus fix up, and that's your margin. So if you're talking a $400,000 house, that'd be about a $20,000 margin if you got it for 35% less instead of 30% less. You'd charge a $20,000 fee. Wholesaling's pretty simple, pretty quick. You don't need to have money because you just get places under contract and then you hand the contract to someone else to close on it. Pretty simple business. There are lots of people who teach that business. The challenge in the business is finding the places cheap enough. That is the challenge, because there are always hungry buyers. There are always hungry guys and women who want to fix and flip properties. They're there, easy. What's much more difficult is finding sellers that will sell at a discount. Now, you're going to find people like that. Where do you find them? These are people facing a foreclosure auction. They're people that are behind in their taxes and are going to be foreclosed. They know it. There are people who own vacant houses that for whatever reason they can't deal with. Maybe it needs a lot of work and they can't resell it in the retail market. Just something going on. Maybe it's in a state where they just need to sell it, but nobody wants to put up the money to fix it. It's things like that. So as a wholesaler, you become an expert in sort of sniffing out these good deals, getting them under contract, and then flipping them to people that they're in the house flipping business. That is a good business. I think it's a solid way to start and very quick. And the way that you're going to get into that business is find someone to learn from. I'm really big on when you want to learn something, find the person who's great at it and follow them. And there are people who write courses because that's one of the things that some of us like to do. Like I like to teach people how to make money. I have businesses also where I make the money, but I'd like to teach people too, just because it's part of my personality. There are plenty of good people like that you can learn wholesaling from, and they'll teach you how to figure out what properties are worth, how to source the properties, what are the most effective marketing, where do you get the list of people that are potentially distressed sellers and willing to sell cheaply. They'll teach you all that. But your job at the beginning is find the best person to learn from. Real easy. Do some internet searches. You'll find some people who are teaching wholesaling. Look at some reviews. And most of these courses come with a money-back guarantee anyway. So you get the course, look over it, give it an honest assessment. If it's good, keep it. If it's not good, don't keep it. And most of these folks also have coaching programs or programs where they'll give you more individualized help. If you can afford those, do them, because they're absolutely worthwhile, because that's when people take you under their wing, and that's where you build the connections that are really going to help you do well. That took me a long time to learn. I was always a do-it-yourselfer, and then I discovered that do-it-yourselfers make a lot of expensive mistakes along the way and go down a lot of dead ends. It takes a minimum of a long time to get good at it. So ideally, instead of taking a long time, learn from someone who knows and then get into business quickly and start making your money quickly. That's absolute key to things. But as far as you escaping the rat race, think about your temperament. Are you good at selling and conversion, for example? For me, that's one of the things I'm good at. So I do a business called Overages. Overages is a business where we help people that have lost a property at a tax sale typically, sometimes mortgage foreclosure sale, but they've had their property auctioned off and they've lost ownership, but a lot of times there's money that's left over that we can help these people get. It's usually tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands. We can help people get that money back, and they pay us a fee for doing that. The problem most people have is they have no idea there's any money they ever could even get or would get, so they don't approach anybody because they have no idea there's anything they could even get out of it, so they never do anything. So our job is really a sales job where we're reaching out, convincing people this is an actual real opportunity, and seeing if they want our help. And then I offer the service. The other thing about my personality is I'm good at covering the details. I'm good at chasing down that money, applying for it, getting it, and distributing it. I'm good at that. So I know for me, because I'm good at being persuasive and I'm good at attending to the details, that I'm a good guy for the overages business. I would say overages business in general is good for someone who could persuade someone who's certainly skeptical. I can tell you all of my clients at first when I talk to them, like, oh, there's no way I could be owed any money. I'm like, no, really, you're owed $30,000 and we can help you get that money. If you're good at that and you can see yourself doing that, and if you really want to help people, it's a great business. So if you want to learn more about that, there's an intro video I did that goes over for about 10 minutes, the overages business, giving you enough information to know, hey, this is something I'm interested in, or, oh, that was interesting, but I'm not. So if you like that video, there should be a link up there that you'll see to it, or there'll certainly be a link down below if your browser doesn't support those links. Go check that out. Overage is a great business. Doesn't take a lot of money to start, very quickly can make profits, and you can build a business where you help people and you make great money. But no matter what you do, escape the rat race. It is not a proud place in your life to be cowering at a job where you hope that you stay in the boss's good graces, where you hope that they don't do layoffs, you hope that AI doesn't replace your job, because let's face it, AI is starting to replace jobs, and that's going to be more and more. You want to be able to stand up proud and make your own way in the world. It's such a wide world of opportunity, and the difference that I see between people that are successful in doing things versus ones who aren't, the ones who do things get out there and they try. Do they realize the first effort probably not going to be a huge success? Sure. But they don't then say nothing could be a success. Just realize ordinary people replace jobs with businesses all the time. And that can be you too, but only if you get out there and start doing it. And I can tell you, as an attorney, as someone who mentors entrepreneurs and has done that for many years, the most surprising person can be amazingly successful. The person who's going to be successful learns how to do something and then they execute against it. When they run into troubles, they go around them, over them, through them. They don't get discouraged and say, see, I knew it. I knew it would never work for me. That is nonsense. If you're willing to offer a service that is of great value to people, like for me, in Overages, I deliver money to people who never thought they had money. In house wholesaling, you're giving deals to people that need deals. If you can be that person, then you will be the person that deserves to make great money, and you will make it. So this is Attorney Bob Diamond offering you encouragement, and please, don't listen to your brother-in-law who says you can never do anything. Listen to your heart and go out there and do it. So it's Bob Diamond, over and out for now.